All right, so we're going to do the same thing with our actual TI-84 calculator. And with this part, I wanted to show you some things here to make sure that we know how to put it in the calculator so it actually can look exactly like this left side of the inequality. So here I'm going to do alpha y equals, and number one, well first off, we went to y equals here, hit y equals. We did alpha y equals and hit enter at number one, and that gave us our fraction bar. If your calculator is up to date with the up-to-date version of it, you actually can do this. If it's not up to date, you pretty much need to find it online and actually update it that way. Or when we get back to school at some point, you'll be able to actually update it on the computer from one of the calculators to your calculator. All right, so here we're going to go and put in the exact thing. And again, we did alpha y equals number one to get the fraction bar. Alpha y equals number one. We hit the alpha button, the y equals button, capital Y equals, and then number one. And that gave us the fraction bar. All right, so after doing the fraction bar, we're going to put the equations in. So we do x plus 1 on top, x plus 3 on bottom, and then we put 2 for the second equation. If the fraction bar does not work, if your calculator is not up to date with that, what you're going to have to do is you'll have to do parentheses x plus 1 close parentheses divided by the other parentheses x plus 3, and it will graph it out for you the same way that we just did for the fraction bar up top. So I'm going to hit graph. As you can see right there, it graphed out this that third line too, where I put the parentheses in. It graphed it out exactly like the first one because there's no extra graphs going on there. It's just exactly right on top of it. All right, so with that, we actually have that going on. So it's kind of like what we said already. We're looking for that point of intersection. When we said this in Desmos, same thing's working here. So we're looking for that point of intersection right there. And again, we know it should be like -5. So -5 and 2. So let's find that really quick. So we're going to do second trace, number 5. We're again going over here to, well, we're going to the other side. And I'm going to come here, hit enter. On that line, hit enter. And then we're going to hit guess. And it's -5, 2. So just like we said. So the point of intersection is -5, 2. And again, like we said, if you watch the actual Desmos version of this video, we said that when it comes to this part of rational functions, we know that we have vertical asymptotes and horizontal asymptotes. We can kind of see there's a horizontal asymptote going on like somewhere around in here. Somewhere in there. We also know there's a vertical asymptote going on. So we have the horizontal one here. We have a vertical one going like this. All right, so with that, if we're trying to find out what our vertical asymptote is, remember we set the denominator equal to 0. We have x plus 3 equals 0. And so x equals -3. So again, that's that line right there. But we know that the function here actually continues up forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and it gets closer and closer to 3, -3. So we know we start at -5, and the graph is going up and up and up, and it's going up forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, but it gets closer and closer to -3, but does not actually touch it. So when we set our domain that works for this function, where the rational function is actually greater than 2, that's only for the section that starts greater than or equal to, sorry. It starts at -5, so it equals at -5, and then it goes to -3, but at -3 there's a vertical asymptote, which means it cannot equal -3, so we use a parenthesis. And that's it.